Welcome to the InforMaven AI Update, a podcast for higher education administrators to discuss the practical use of AI and intelligent agents. I'm JD Mosley-Matchett, the founder and CEO of InforMaven, a company that helps you work smarter by harnessing the power of intelligent agents. And this month, our guest is John W. Munsell, the CEO of Bizzuka and the author of the book Ingrain AI. How can we avoid an AI race to the bottom? Your book, Ingrain AI, is truly powerful, but it opens with a dystopian race to economic oblivion that's triggered by what initially appear to be AI-based advantages. You called it every CEO's nightmare, and it really paints a doomsday scenario that's truly terrifying. So without giving away all the important points that your book covers, how can we avoid the AI disaster that so many people believe is inevitable?
Great question. So the idea that the front end of the book was to let people know, look, you can achieve a lot with AI, but everybody else is doing the same thing, right? And so if you're using AI and it makes you more efficient, then you initially go, oh, wow, this is amazing. I got my whole team more efficient. So now we've taken 40 hours worth of work and we've pulled it to, let's say, 35 or 30, all right, for every person. Okay, cool. What do you do with that other 10? All right, do you take that other 10 hours and do you sell it and you pull production into that new additional bandwidth? Or do you just tell people, hey, go home, play with your kids, do whatever you want? Or do you reduce prices, right? And so over time, you're faced with these decisions. And so initially you're like, oh, well, shoot, let's just sell into it. And then your competitors do it. And so instead of selling into it, they cut prices. And so now you're looking at it and like, okay, what do I do? Well, maybe I should cut prices. So then you cut prices, and then they lay off a couple people because they've got even more efficient. And now you're like, oh, shoot, maybe I should lay off people. And then as everybody starts laying off people, then there's a smaller economy because people no longer spend because they're like, shoot, I don't have a job. I need to kind of pull back on spending. And so now you can't sell into the economies of scale you just got from AI because there's a shrinking economy. And you can see how this thing starts to snowball. That's what everybody's afraid of. That's why you hear all these people kind of sounding the alarm and like, look, we need to kind of we need to pump the brakes on AI just a little bit because it's going to affect the economy. Now, the reality is there are a couple of things that are going to slow this down. One is security. That, to me, that's the big thing that nobody's really addressing is security. The other is skills. So they keep talking about how 86% of businesses or 90 some odd percent of businesses have adopted AI, when reality is that they're really talking about maybe the Fortune 1000. When I go talk to, Small Business America or Small Business Australia or whatever, they maybe have Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. They maybe have something in there, but they haven't really done anything for a couple of reasons. One, the CEO doesn't really fully understand the power of AI. Two, the CEO is aware that people below him or her are using AI, and that CEO isn't really sure how to lead a pack that maybe knows more about a technology than them. The other is security. Like I mentioned before, they're afraid to let this thing loose because they don't really know how to control it. So you've got a lot of things mixing up in there that are, in my mind, going to delay the adoption curve and therefore this impending doom. So as a CEO, that gives you time, but not much. So the more you can make something happen and the more you can get acclimated to AI, the better you're going to be. The key is teaching your employees how to use it at their desktops. Don't get caught up in a vertical application. Teach everybody how to use it at their desktops. When you do that, then your flywheel starts moving faster than everybody else's.
That makes a lot of sense. Please visit InforMaven.ai to hear the entire interview.